If you ask most people why they're broke, the answer is almost always the same. They'll say, I don't earn enough money. And honestly, that sounds completely logical. Because if your income is low, of course life becomes difficult. Bills feel heavy, saving feels impossible, and investing feels like something only rich people can do. But here's something interesting. There are people earning $3,000 a month who still manage to save money consistently. And at the same time, there are people earning $10,000 a month who are living paycheck to paycheck. No savings, no investments, and constant stress about money. So clearly, income is not the real problem. There's something deeper going on. And in this video, we're going to break down the real reasons why you're still broke, even if you earn well. So, if you actually want to fix your financial life, make sure to subscribe to Capital Plus, because here we talk about real strategies, not motivation, not hype. Now let's begin. Most people believe that more money will solve all their financial problems. They think, if I just earn more, everything will be fine. And that belief feels very real, because in the beginning, earning more actually does improve your life. You can pay your bills easily. You can afford better things. You feel more comfortable. But then something dangerous starts happening. As your income increases, your expenses quietly increase too. This is called lifestyle inflation. And most people don't even notice it. You get your first raise, you upgrade your phone, you start earning more, you move into a better apartment. Your income grows again, and suddenly, your spending habits completely change. You start eating out more. You buy things for convenience. You justify every expense by saying, I can afford it. And slowly, without realizing it, your lifestyle expands to match your income. So even though you're earning more, you're not actually building wealth. You're just upgrading your lifestyle. And that's why, no matter how much you earn, you still feel broke. Another major reason people stay broke is because they spend money emotionally, not logically. Most people think they are in control of their spending. But in reality, they are reacting. You don't just spend money because you need something. You spend money because you're stressed after a long day, you're bored and scrolling your phone. You want to feel rewarded. And in that moment, spending feels good. It feels like relief, but that feeling is temporary, and companies know this very well. That's why everything around you is designed to make spending easy. One-click checkout. Flash sales, limited time offers. Only 2 items left. These are not random features. They are psychological triggers. They create urgency. They reduce thinking time. They push you to act fast. And if you're not aware of this, you'll keep spending money without realizing it. And at the end of the month, you'll wonder where all your money went. Be honest for a second. Have you ever bought something that you didn't really need just because it felt good at the time? Comment yes or no below. Most people don't have a money system, and that's a bigger problem than it sounds. Because without a system, you're relying on willpower, and willpower doesn't work long term. You don't know how much you should save, how much you should invest, or how much you can safely spend. So what happens? You just spend whatever is left, and most of the time, there is nothing left. But people who are financially strong don't guess with money. They use systems, simple rules, clear allocations. For example, they decide in advance 20% goes to savings, 20% goes to investments, and the rest is for expenses. So every time money comes in, it already has a job. There's no confusion, no decision stress. And that's the difference. Without a system, you're reacting. With a system, you're in control. And if this is making sense so far, hit the like button. It helps this reach more people who need it. Here's a simple rule that most people completely ignore. Pay yourself first. It sounds basic, but it changes everything. Most people do the exact opposite. They receive their salary and immediately start paying everything else. Rent, bills, subscriptions, shopping, eating out. And whatever is left at the end, they try to save. But let's be honest, most of the time, there is nothing left. And even if there is, it's usually too small to matter. So saving becomes inconsistent, unreliable, and eventually, it stops completely. Now compare that with a different approach. The moment you get paid, you take a fixed percentage and move it into savings or investments immediately, before you touch anything else. Now what happens? Saving is no longer optional, it's automatic. You don't depend on discipline. You don't depend on motivation. You build a system that forces you to win. Even if you start small, 5%, 10%, it creates a habit. And over time, that habit builds real wealth. Debt is one of the biggest reasons people stay broke. But not all debt is bad. The real problem is bad debt. Things like credit cards used for lifestyle, unnecessary personal loans, buy now, pay later purchases. These feel small in the beginning. A small EMI, a small monthly payment. It doesn't feel dangerous. But over time, it starts stacking. One payment becomes two, two becomes five, and suddenly, a large part of your income is already committed before you even receive it. Then comes interest. And that's where things get serious. Because now, you're not just spending money you have. You're spending money you haven't even earned yet. Your future income is already being used to pay for your past decisions. And this creates pressure, stress, and a feeling of being stuck. Because no matter how much you earn, a big portion of it is already gone. And the more debt you carry, the harder it becomes to move forward financially. If you know someone stuck in this cycle, share this video with them. Life is unpredictable. No matter how well you plan, something will go wrong. It always does. Your car breaks down, a medical emergency happens, you lose your job. And these situations don't come with a warning. Now, if you have an emergency fund, these problems are manageable. You use your savings, you handle the situation, and you move on. But if you don't have one, you're forced into bad decisions. You use credit cards, you take loans, or you sell your investments at the wrong time. And all of these push you backward financially. That's why having cash is powerful. Not because it makes you rich, but because it protects you. It gives you flexibility. It gives you time. And it keeps small problems from turning into financial disasters. A good rule is to have at least 3 to 6 months of your expenses saved. It may take time to build, but once you have it, your entire financial life becomes more stable. Quick question. Do you currently have an emergency fund? Comment yes or no. Most people think short term. They focus on what they want today, what feels good right now. Instant gratification, buying things, enjoying comfort, avoiding sacrifice. And there's nothing wrong with enjoying your life. But when all your decisions are short term, you ignore the long term. And that's where the problem begins, because wealth is not built overnight. It's built slowly, through consistency, through time. Small actions repeated over months and years create massive results. Saving regularly, investing consistently, avoiding unnecessary debt. These don't feel exciting. They don't give instant results. But they work. And the people who understand this eventually pull ahead. While everyone else stays stuck in the same cycle, the difference is not luck, it's time horizon. Short-term thinking keeps you broke. Long-term thinking builds wealth. So if you're always broke, it's probably not because you don't earn enough. It's because of your habits, your system, and your daily decisions. The good news is, all of these things can be changed. You don't need a massive income to start. You don't need perfect timing. You just need a better approach, a system that works, habits that support your goals, and a mindset that focuses on long-term growth. If you can fix these, your financial life can completely change over time. And if you found this video valuable, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to Capital Plus, because this channel is all about simple, practical ideas that actually help you build real wealth. And comment below, What do you think is the biggest reason people stay broke? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.